Hey everybody, welcome in. And as you saw previously, Elsa became my first Gear Tier 8 character. And we've been asked, where are the showcases? So here we go. Here is the showcases of Gear Tier 8 Elsa. Now I want to talk over a little bit about her kits. We know her quite well by now. I'll look at her stats quickly, we'll jump into some battles, and I'll talk about her usability all around. So first of all, let's go jump into her stats. And her offense is just nasty, crazy high. Speed is super fast. Now that is with a full speed stone. And I believe those are pretty much the only two stones that you really want to have on her. Either having a full damage stone will take her right up to 3,300. That damage right there is ooh, ouch, nasty. But the theory of having a full stone on her, a full speed stone on her, is that she'll end up doing just as much damage with attacking more and attacking faster, being able to get empowered fast, getting to get her abilities all faster, rather than having one big hit and then waiting an extra long time. And we know how much speed matters, so that's the whole point. Get her abilities off fast, and as we'll see as looking through here, you want to get through to the when she's empowered, doing the double up damage, chaining the damage, increasing the damage for 10% for each helpful effect on her. She can get stacks of helpful effects, and you want to get to that stage. With the special force of nature, you want to get to the stage where she is getting the 2 turns of silence at Gear Tier 8, and that is massive. You also want to get her main AoE empowered, because she's gonna do that extra damage on top, and having those second attacks, the double attacks, and then the stuns increased, and then extra damage per helpful effect, it all ends up stacking up and just becoming nasty. And then her passive, how when she's getting her turns, that's how she gets into empowered. Now that is always what you're going to be wanting to, and getting more offense per spirit. When she gets empowered, then you're going to do the damage. That is what she's all about. Just getting quickly to those stages to get more damage, and that is pretty much what she's all about. And then of course, glacial armor, which protects her from getting knocked out the first time. It's going to cleanse everything if they got bad effects on her, and then she's going to gain defense up, and I believe she also gains helpful immunity, or maybe that's harmful immunity here. Yeah, gain harmful immunity when you get empowered. So use 2 abilities, boom, harmful immunity, and if you can get through that fast, that is amazing. It's more effects to do more damage with, but also is going to protect her from all those stuns, turn meter reductions, silences, and that's what you really, really want. So let's go jump in. I play around with her on many different teams, and as she's my only tier 8, I kind of need to use her at the moment. So we'll have a toy around with this, see how she goes, and pretty much I'll just show you guys how I would normally run this team, and how I find it most effective. So straight away, I'm going to just give this over to Elsa. Now I could give this to Bubbles and then stop Hero for having a turn, but I'm just going to go and silence Hero here. Make sure that Elsa is popping off, getting that haste as soon as she can, getting through her levels as soon as she can, as fast as possible, and that is mainly what it's all about. And he's just trying to get rid of Sheriff, and that's fine. Get rid of Sheriff, because we all want Elsa here. I'm gonna stop Hero, that's fine. I don't even mind that, and go for it, Scrooge. And since he has left my Elsa alone, like, Elsa's just gonna go do what Elsa does best, and it is going to be, let's just see if we can attack Anna here quickly. Get Scrooge to flip some coins. Come on. Harmful immunity, a little bit too late. Come on, Scrooge. But since we're here, let's just go and get our AoE. Boom. At tier 8, that right there, it's nasty. And then she was empowered. She'll do her extra AoE damage, and that's what you want. Now you can play it differently, and there is a room to play her differently if you want to save her AoE to do one big shot as soon as she gets empowered. It just takes another couple of turns, and it all depends on who your opponent is that you're facing. So there is room to play her differently, whether you want to go AoE straight away. Now sometimes I'll use bubbles, the extra bonus effects from him to give it to Elsa. Then I'll use her AoE with her because she'll do more damage per helpful effects. And then since she's already got haste, I don't need to use Force of Nature to gain haste. And then I'll follow up with it in the next turn. So that sometimes I play it like that. Other times I will play it. If she gets silenced, that's fine. You can do a couple of basics. You can wait for her to get empowered and then use her AoE as well. So there are many different ways to play it, but especially if you're using Conjuring Cauldron, it is pretty good to get all your abilities just blasted through, get empowered, deal more damage, and then get more MP to use them as fast as you can again. So there are those ways of playing it. Now, not only is she amazing in PvP, she's going to help you in pretty much all other PvE game modes as well. Like in Tower, if you're running through Tower and you're doing these, you're going to want to have her around, and you're going to want to be using her because she's just going to make light work of all of this too. So I found that as soon as I took Elsa up to 7-star, tier 7, started using her in Tower, it was like easy mode was flicked on, and it was just like, come in here, boom, AoE, make everything weak, and she just sets up everything. And that right there is just like, it's crazy how easy she gets that. And boom, just gonna use her other ability so she gets empowered fast and then does more damage right off the bat. And if you are using her in towers, always try to heal her up, because you want her to be able to go in glacial armor if she ever needs. Although if you're playing her just right, she should generally stay in high health. So like all these, she just wipes through teams, and she'll do this on any kind of PvE content, any kind of heroes mode, grand campaign mode, tower modes, and you can just run through things like that. Now, also in raids, she'll do solid damage, and she'll hold her own team and be able to do a good amount of damage for you. So there is always that, and that is going to be helpful no matter what mode you're in, and that is just what she's going to bring to the table as the first legendary, as probably the best one, the first one that's the easiest one to get to as well. It's probably the best choice as well. So she's the best all-round, best damage dealer, best protection, brings everything to the table. So let me know what you guys think. Elsa, yay, nay. I must say, little side note, I am kind of sad that I'm up to using her because how OP she is. I was always against it. I always wanted to go against the meta, but I got to the stage where I've got to use her to keep up. And especially as a free-to-play, I don't have all the options of having all the other teams up. So we've got to do what we've got to do until I can catch up, until we can get other characters up. And I can't wait for that. So let me know in the description below what you guys think of her, and we'll see you all soon.